Tobiasz Gorniak, RomArchive Galiciakum. And I'm a Roman gypsy, and I came to England because of the racism we're facing back in Poland, back at home. Our mother's really worried for our lives as young men growing up. There's one day where you grow up and you think, we're going to do something about it. So our mother was worried that that day might come. And our city was getting worse and worse. It's getting more dangerous for us as young men. So she realised that and she was really threatened for our lives. So she brought us over to England. I remember this little thing even when I was back at school, back in Poland. I think I only went to school for a year or two of my life when I was younger. And I always used to draw this little shape, which was a square, lines across and line in the middle. Not realising later what I was drawing was the British flag. I think one of the greatest things about Roma people is that we adapt. We constantly survive. I mean, we survived for so many hundreds of years, and we're still here today. So one of the things that I think I'm really proud of is being part of this culture of survival. There's this culture of adapting. We constantly adapt. And our culture is about God and family. That's the two main points for us. And I live by those things. I don't just say them. I've seen many people say them, not live by them. I wanted to be a person that's got these morals, got that honor, it's got that pride, that I live by this. I don't just say it, and I won't tell you. I want you to tell me. I want you to see me in action, and then you to tell me, actually, you live by it. Oh, thank you for recognizing. And that's something that's important to me, for people to recognize that this is real. I'm not telling you a story, I'm living this story. This is real life. Me as a young boy, I think I was 7 years old, my uncle took me to work with him. And we used to sell carpets, like beautiful carpets, really gorgeous carpets. And my uncle taught me from a young age, you're a young businessman. This is what you say, this is how you dress. I had a suit, I had a full-on suit on, a little necklace, and I looked cute as hell. And I knew my selling pitch was I was cute. And I knew I needed to do it to feed my family, to help my mother. So I did it. I went out and I've learned business. And then a couple of years after that, I said to my uncle, could I now have my own business? My uncle said, yes, we'll buy you a car, we'll give you the carpets, because you've earned enough money for me. So now it's your time. So at the age of 8 or 9, I had my own driver, I had my own security guard that looked after me. And we went around Czech and Germany selling carpets. And that's how I fed and supported my family. And that was something that made me proud, made me feel great that I could do that for my family. And that Romani culture, I think that's really important then. And I teach each one of our children, teach them business, teach them to be smart, and teach them to always look around and be aware and be conscious around the world. My wife is one of the most incredible inspirations for me in my life. In my kind of way that I was brought up, which was very old-fashioned, women stay at home and cook and do the work. I've changed that. I've changed that. My woman's my queen. She's my princess. And she will be supported as much as I can do when we work together. One day she cooks, I cook. The other day I clean, she cleans. And it's about that teamwork. And that's how you have a great home, great family. When you have that balance and that respect. And what we did, we took the best of my culture, the best of her culture, put it together and created our own culture. So we live by respect. Respect meaning of respect every human for who they are. And just give them that space. Peace. Always bring peace within you. It's about this peace here. Give love to people. Love is really important. Love could be just a nod to somebody. Love could be hi. Love could be letting someone walk in front of you, open their door for somebody. That's showing love to another human being. Unity, the more the merrier. And you know, we teach this in schools when you and your friends are playing together and you have a cool game. And somebody else wants to come and you think, oh, go away, we're playing this cool game. But you never know, by this kid just joining in, you could have created something new. And that's what's all about, it's giving these chances and opportunities to create and be part of something and allowing people to be part of something, which I think is really important. And the last one's having fun, which is the most important one to me. I home educate my children now because of the principle I live by. I felt out there I wasn't giving that for my children. And out there I was giving my children to other people. And they weren't giving it the foundations I wanted them to have, which is about being a great person. Why are we spending so much time on this education stuff when we're not looking on the inside of our human beings and our people, how we should be feeling and caring and supporting and being aware and being conscious have an empathy for another human being. A child will get the same respect as you. Here, children teach. Little kids will teach. I said, you're in the front of the class today and you're teaching. They're like, what? I said, yeah, go and teach. I said, what am I teaching? Just do your thing. Just do your thing. Give them that power and that feeling of being able to give something. And something that's really important to us is that we teach this thing, was teach to teach. What I teach you today, I'd like you to pass on to another when you have the chance. So tomorrow, when you see somebody, whatever you've learned today, share it. It's about sharing that on and passing on that knowledge. What we believe, that knowledge comes in all shapes and sizes. Do you know what I mean? If you came into a class and you didn't know nothing, and I've got a little 5-year-old and he knows the foundations, I'll get him to teach you. So sometimes we get people who come in and they're like, what, this little kid's going to teach me? Yes, this little kid's going to teach you. Our family was kind of a musical family. My mum used to sing and dance, so to us it was a cultural thing. We started, our Romany dance and stuff was beautiful, but then when I tried hip hop, my family was like, whoa, what's going on there? Why are you doing that? To me, it's different. They were not sure about it. But after a while, I fell in love with this culture, with this whole movement, with this whole freedom of creativity and just making it and just being in that space. It was just beautiful. Then we used to go on the subways, go in the local park and just try stuff, as you do. And then later when we came to England, so then I knew a few bits. I worked with some of the b-boys and stuff, and I knew a little bit about the culture. When we came to England, I came to school and I didn't speak English. There were these 2 boys or 3 boys that were at school and they spoke German and I speak German. And I couldn't speak English, so I got to talk to them and having a chat with them and stuff, and they said they do breaking. I was like, wow, cool, I do breaking. So we had this connection, this weird thing about dance is, as soon as you say I'm a dancer, you're a dancer, we're like family, we're related. Do you know what I mean? It's this amazing thing about dance. I wish people seen as a human being, we had the same response, like, I'm a human, must be related to someone then, don't we? It's this sort of thing about people. I think I did good 7 to 8 years work for free, just to prove people what I can do and who I am and what I deliver. And lots of times it's hard because I have to prove so much more. Always have to prove so much more because of where I come from, because of my skin color, because of the way I dress, because of the culture I'm representing, which is hip hop. People think it's quite negative, and drugs and violence. But if they had just understood the culture, not just the music genre, or just the kind of commercial genre of it, if people just understood what it stands for and what each person brings to it, because each person brings it up. But it took me time to prove it to people. It took time to show people what I can do and how I do it, and for people to build that trust. Street Factory, it's a CIC, which is a community interest company, which is made not for profit. So all the money we earn is invested back in the business. Me and my wife created this whole thing together. So as a company now, we're going to open the first hip-hop theatre in the country. It's going to be a dance, hip-hop, theatre, music, singing, rapping, poetry, graffiti, graphic design, film, photography. Anything you could produce, anything creative will be done here. We'll open the doors for you. We will assist you to guide you to achieve whatever that is that you want. But even if dance and this creativity wasn't what you wanted, it will give you an open mind. It will teach you to think outside the box. And the Street Factory, I think that's the important thing as a business. Yes, we have to earn money to pay the bills and pay the wages and stuff. But I think the most thing we earn is people's love, respect, and the growth for the next generation. Because it's about investing in people. That's how we just make it better. So in this space at the minute, we've been 2 years, but it's been 2 years all about the paperwork, the building, the organization, the partners, planning permission, designs, just all of that 2 years. And I have 6 months now to put the money together. And in the last 12 months, we've won like 20 or 30 awards for all our work, which is beautiful. It's beautiful that people now recognize what we do, because it's kind of at the perfect time with the build and everything else and the support and everything else we need. It's kind of fallen into the right place. It's about bringing people up. That's our biggest motto. Lift them up. Give them the platform. Give them a chance. Because everyone deserves one. For the Roma community, my dream is to become Gitana, one. All of us to have this love and respect for one another, because our culture is built on respect, built on love. What a mother and father do for the little ones, how much they sacrifice, how hard they've worked. And it's about building our communities and our lives on that. Yes, we have laws that we have to live by and rules, but sometimes they're outdated. And it's sometimes about living now. And sometimes about listening to children. Sometimes about moving forward, not staying where we were 50, 100 years ago. But that's what sometimes feels like. I would love my people to grow. I love my people to move. I love my people to succeed. I love my people not to struggle anymore. I love my people to live fulfilled lives. And I love that children, Gypsy, Romani children, can walk in with their head up proud to say, I'm a Gypsy, I'm a Romani. That is so, so beautiful. And that's my biggest dream. Like, I know my children have that, but I work with many children who don't. And I think that would be one of my biggest things for the world. If our Romani Gypsies, to be proud of who we are, to stand together one another, to be Gitana.